taken away. Outlet up ahead. It's finished. Trey Galloway.
It's amazing how when you're in the right place at the right time, good things are going to happen for you on the defensive end of the floor.
Davidson, nice move, great pass, but they stay cold. 1 of 14 for deep. And Galloway, nice reverse.
Boy, he has been really impressive around the basket.
Into the act of the first half, and the freshman Galloway, the nifty move. He's got 9.
David Duke, right?
That is David Duke.
Trey
Galloway on the drive.
Trey was going to throw it down. Look, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, it seems
I'm ready to go, but I follow the rules. I follow the rules. Stay at home, wear a mask, vote.
Back cut. Yes.
I got some inspiration during the break. And I want Corey, who's threatening to shave his beard, against all advice. He's got plenty of more stories. Oh, my gosh. And what a brilliant storyteller. What a brilliant songwriter. Did you...
We see the 2-3 again. Work the high post swing. That's good action by Indiana.
Trey Galloway. Nifty scoop shot for the freshman.
Here the drive. It all came because of the high post touch that went.
Galloway around the falling defender with the punch. Thanks in part to this dunk.
Butler's freshman guards, Harris and Tate, not playing like freshmen so far today. And Trace Jackson-Davis takes the assist from Galloway.
Take a look at the ball swings at Galloway, pump fake. It's like Bryce is late on the rotation. Lack of defensive communication.
Galloway, and now Franklin. Much needed basket for Indiana.
Take a look, Vince. Shot clock running down. Now you compress the defense and you create an open look.
Good skip pass. Christian Lander open in the corner.
He can knock in threes. Indiana needs shooting. Outstanding pass, right in rhythm. Nothing but net. Let it go baseline to baseline so you can get a better look, because Northwestern is punishing people on the fast break. Man.
And for Indiana fans, they're probably saying, finally, Jackson Davis imposing his will inside.
Finally, it's like Jackson Davis said, get me the ball. I don't care if I have a double team. Double comes late. I'm just going to tomahawk it right on you. Yeah.
Gaines trying to drop it off. Went through the hands of Cobb. Here's a 4-on-1 for the Hoosiers. Galloway leaves it. Laying it in Franklin, and we are tied at 47.
It's been at the defensive end where Indiana has excelled in the second half, taking defense, turning it into offense. Granted, it's one thing to yell at your team.
Galloway, the freshman, getting the start over Rob Finney today, taking it inside and finishing. Nice move by the freshman.
Pulled down by Durham on the long rebound.
That's a bad shot by Seth Lundy. He needs to get to the free throw line. You take bad shots, it's going to lead to runouts. Trey Galloway doing a nice job of getting to the basket. A clear charge and then playing in transition. Trey Galloway with his athleticism.
2 to shoot. Have to get rid of it quickly. Franklin got a good look. Offensive rebound. Galloway and the wraparound to Race Thompson.
Trey Galloway is a winning player.
Corral the rebound.
Well, so many guys in this situation think I have to score this ball, and maybe initially that's what Trey Galloway was thinking. Leaves his feet, the 2 shot blockers come over, and Buttrick and Hara, and the drop off, the easy bucket.
Galloway the bounce down to Jackson Davis, and Jackson Davis had an easy look there, making it a 6-point game.
There's 3 straight games with 3 points a game.
He's found the range here, 2 for 3 now from 3. Is Jackson Davis on the baseline, able to put it down.
Really mature feel here, and here he comes off this ball screen, and that little ball fake totally makes the play. And you see him here, just give this little ball fake at John Hara, he turns his head.
Thorpe Anderson back into this final possession for Nebraska. Here is Durham. Drives in, Durham, and the putback and down by Trey Galloway. Culver, Indiana.
did a pretty good job of, again, forcing Durham to that offhand. But Trey McGowan's number 2 just completely lost sight of that. Allowed Galloway to come in. Take a look at the top. Does it leave his hand? Touches it there. Woo! That is
close.
That is tough.
Is a fingertip on it or not? Here's another look.
Look at that. Race Thompson just keeping it alive to himself. Such a smart player.
Galloway counted
And a foul.
The floor was not balanced because of the loose ball situation, and Galloway took advantage.
Such a smart play here. Just this is. Hey, let me ask you about Kobe Coburn. Where does he sit?
Yeah, Coburn has really improved this season.
And he got off a pretty good shot, but missed it with the left hand. So here comes Indiana with numbers. Galloway down the lane, somehow found Thompson.
In film session, because that's the one that the coach tends to run back, and you never get him blocked out, no matter how many times he runs it back.
How about Indiana on a run out? Trey Galloway with a beautiful bounce pass to Al Durham, who's got a chance for a three-point play.
Well, Indiana doing a really nice job defensively to be able to get out in transition. And a terrific job of getting Arns to commit. You're back trying to.
You can to get a win for your senior teammates in their last go around at the rack.
Galloway banging his way inside, and he gets the roll. Indiana on the board, down 8. Edey bumps Galloway into next Tuesday, and there's a 3 from the wing to make it an 8-point game. And now Archie Miller, with some fire in his heart, calls a timeout off the Finney 3.
Well, these are the open looks, Jason, that Indiana's been getting over the last 4 games and not.
And the inbound play will be made by Galloway for the Hoosiers underneath their own hoop. And Galloway lobs it to Trace for an alley-oop.
Oh, boy.
Johnson more of a scoring point guard, but really playing within himself early tonight.
Galloway on the bounce, up and under. What a finish!
Good defense.
Galloway another steal. It's a pick 6.
Jackson Davis gets stripped.
And this knocked away. Johnson, Galloway, upstairs. What a finish for Indiana.
How about that? Punctuation. All set up by the D. Boy, this is something these fans have been waiting for. And right here, he's got him
Explosive.
Right back at you. Galloway gets the crowd on its feet. Just because of the way he can shoot the 3 is huge for the Hoosiers, given the bazooka of the player they got inside. Galloway with the exclamation point.
22 of them tonight, and it's the biggest reason they trail by 10 late. Open underneath his pass, and good feed from Galloway.
Yeah, nice job.
Still wears that wrap around the wrist. Galloway with a hard drive and a chance for a 3-point play. The freshman Trey Galloway.
Trey Galloway gives this team a boost. He's athletic, he can shoot it. Just a hard-nosed drive with his left hand to get to the rim through the contact. See, the lane is open. He drove it like it was a parted sea. He's just a tough-nosed kid. He comes in, he knows his role, and he...
McGowan's was hoping for Andre there on a cut. Yeah, there's the cut. Instead, Webster threw it away. He had a clear lane.
He's got to shoot that, but that's the importance of TJD at the basket.
Williams bobbles, and Indiana's got it. They'll lead it out, and Pasco is a little awry, so they'll set it up again. Maybe not.
So 2 things went wrong on that particular defensive possession by the Hoosiers.
Great pass inside. Thompson is there, but what a feed indeed for Thompson, who's got 9 points now.
Of coming up off the baseline too high, and that's because of
Trey Galloway, the sophomore, another Indiana kid, is checked in. Here he comes down the paint, lofts it up top for Jackson Davis.
Against the zone, then the lob to Trace Jackson Davis on the drive.
Ayala from 3 feet behind the arc. Strong rebound to Race Thompson. Indiana 2-on-1. Galloway takes it himself.
Back and forth, no separation, but it's some separation right here with Trey Galloway. They would get it in.
I don't know.
Kind of like the sweater vest.
Yeah,
with Louis Condesecca, not the top. Oh, what happened?
Oh,
turnover.
Steele. Yeah, threw it right to Galloway, and he laid it in. Yeah, so they've led in 8 of the 9 Big Ten games in the second half. Jim, how about this? They've led in 18 of the 20 games overall in the second half. He's had trouble closing the door. Outbound. Trey Galloway, his second dunk of the afternoon.
See, right here. Where's the help? I mean, Hakeem Hart, oh my goodness. You're talking about Olay. Defense didn't even attempt to come over.
A strong half-court game. No doubt. Jackson Davis can't get it to go. Barron has it stolen away by Thompson. Nice defense by Thompson. Galloway over Barron. Acrobatic from Trey Galloway. Lead here in Evanston.
A terrific steal by Race Thompson and Trey Galloway.
So Indiana still very much in this game, particularly given Northwestern's proclivity for struggling down the stretch. And Thompson hits the jam, a dozen now for Race Thompson, and we are back to a 4-point game. And another impressive defensive stand from the Hoosiers.
Walker's an excellent player, just like a lot of guys, he struggles with his confidence.
Oh, what a slip by Jackson Davis, and an equally great dime delivery there.
You got to pick and roll like this, and you got an All-American that's got a head of steam. Gabe Brown, don't jump. just let him go, because he had no chance.
Indiana by a point, moving down to 7 minutes, first half. And a stop for Galloway. And a steal for Galloway. He makes himself a poster. A file photo. While we do that, we'll look at Trey Galloway.
Galloway does a great job of reading the pass and just shooting the gap. Yeah, that's been the problem. And, you know, it's hard when you're having a difficult time scoring. That puts a ton of pressure on your defense to get stops. What a pass.
Jackson Davis on the business end from Galloway. Brilliant so far tonight, Jay.
He's done a great job. He's been really active. And Trey Galloway, when he drives right.
That was a beautiful drive.
Runner-up for Mr. Basketball. Came out of East Lansing as Trey Galloway gets to the rim for 2. Jackson Davis couldn't get that flush to fall. Brooks on the push, doesn't have numbers, and it's taken away. It was Galloway again. Ahead to Jackson Davis. Here's a highlight. Critical game for both. Jones taken away. Johnson trying to push it up the floor to Galloway. Galloway. Oh, what a lead! Trace Jackson Davis with the finish. Well, this defense for Illinois has held Indiana now to 1 for their last 9 in this span. Galloway driving inside, where he is nifty and fluid as he flows towards the rim.
To propel himself to the rim.
There's Galloway driving inside again, and with the touch for Trey Galloway. Boy, he had DeMonte Williams on him like a second skin, and he's still able to score. 10 to shoot, Finney. Back to Johnson. Trying to direct some late offense. Thompson in the corner, hunting his shot and finding it again.
Especially in a close game like this, and Indiana playing some of their best basketball.
How about Galloway exploding from the top of the key all the way to the rim? He's got 8. But Galloway making a big play.
Well, Galloway is understanding that Curbello's guarding him 30 feet from the bucket. He's just going to take him to the hole.
Almost stolen. It is. Galloway up ahead. Johnson to tie it. With 30 seconds to go.
He's a good guy to talk to about Indiana hoops.
Great guy to be around. In the corner, taken away by the Hoosiers. Up ahead, Galloway. Two-handed slam.
The trap in the corner, so effective. Not fouling, but giving intense pressure. And now Renew throwing it ahead. That's been the story all night. Trey Galloway.
And 2 freshmen who apparently can defend pretty well, too.
Yeah.
And here is one of those freshmen. Renew, two-handed jam.
7 minutes to go in the first half, all tied up at 22. But not for long. Galloway with a beautiful feed to Jackson Davis.
Jackson Davis has great feet, and the screen was rejected. He just rolls right to the basket. Nobody steps into. That was not an easy rebound to corral.
Johnson with a turnover, forces it to Galloway, who lays it in. Great play defensively and in transition by Xavier Johnson. Johnson forcing the turnover. Galloway on ahead of the pack. It's an 11-2 run.
A lineman that got a piece of a pass made by a quarterback.
And now Geronimo knocks it away. Johnson to Galloway. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by the Sonic Steak Butter Bacon Cheeseburger. For a limited time, only at Sonic.
Smart defense by Pete Nance to force that shot about 8 feet from the basket instead of letting. A great play by Galloway again.
Tipped it away, gets it back, and finishes.
Boy, Trey Galloway's had a great game. Knocks the ball away from behind, then the pass ahead. And watch how he shields the defender, Seth Trimble. Just turns his back to him and uses.
Simpson has 11 points in the last 6 minutes for Rutgers, and that's their advantage right now. Finding Jackson Davis underneath. He collects and scores it.
We've seen a little big-to-big passing tonight. He'll get rid of it to Galloway. Shot clock at 4. Trey's going to have to go to work. He'll shoot from deep, and he'll hit. Oh, my. Trey Galloway.
There's some Victoria's Secret left on the deck right there. Right, left, pull back 3. Trey Galloway doing a little bit of everything tonight. Oh, my goodness.
Jackson Davis on the bounce. Galloway. No! They'll get it back to Trace Jackson Davis. Feeds again. Galloway. Yes! History in Bloomington. The 3rd triple-double in the history of this venerable program.
Momentum starting to swing. Here's Ramey. Picked on the glass. Out of bounds will stay here. But what a job by Galloway.
What a wonderful job defensively, but Arizona just overloads everybody, gives plenty of room.
Galloway turns, kicks, Thompson, got it!
What a find! I harken back, we'll get to it in a moment, but just the drag here, and how about the confidence to nail it? All stemming from the comments at practice yesterday by Mike Woodson.
If you look at that logo in the middle of that lane, it is wide open for a hard flash, and there it is.
Galloway. Baseline drive out to Kopp. Contested 3 falls.
Last time down the floor before the turnover, watch Galloway dribbling with his head up. He didn't have his head down on the ground. That allowed him to see.
And gave it up for Kopp. Here's Schifino. And Galloway wants a screen, doesn't need one.
This is so great to see if you're a Hoosier fan. Only 6 out of 14 from 3 coming into this game.
Galloway backs it in at the buzzer, but Northwestern comes away with the 1-point win. Northwestern comes away with a win.
Well, it's a heck of an effort for Indiana to try to get back in this game, but you tip your hat to Northwestern. Great defense. They forced so many steals and turnovers today. 16-point.
A Wisconsin guy that just dreamed about playing at Wisconsin.
Pretty nice, huh? Nice hesitation. Keep him on your hip.
Galloway taking contact.
Clever. And the ability to convert. The rolls, seals, the big fella crowd. A little magic. Coach's son delivers big time.
Well, Wisconsin has...
Badgers a turnover. This is Galloway. Contact, and he's headed to the free throw line.
Around, he's like, I thought they might have a new building, but they don't at the same place. It's wild to be here.
Yeah.
Trey Galloway tees up a 3.
He takes his time here and sets up his teammate Galloway because Meyer.
Galloway hasn't really been in rhythm. He was on the bench for the balance of the half with 2 fouls. Here is Galloway probing.
and Jackson Davis running with him.
And this stretch has come on the heels of that 3-6 stretch in which they were really struggling. Bates goes full court length. Trace Jackson Davis.
So watch this catch. He's running. He's got Hauser coming over him. He catches it and doesn't put it on the floor and finishes it with the strong left hand. But you want to lob this one up. He turns his back a touch. Boy, the finish is good, but the catch is just as good in the open floor.
So 1-on-1 situation for the Hoosiers.
6 rebounds for Trace Jackson Davis. Backdoor, Galloway, double pump. Woo! With English.
The improved ball handling skills and decision making of Trace Jackson Davis allows him to make plays like this, where not only does he bring the ball up the court with intention.
Jameer's got 7 of the 9 points from Maryland. Good drive by Galloway and dish. And Jackson Davis lays it in. Here's Galloway. Open triple. Count it.
Pino with 3. Pulls up. Rims out. Jackson Davis there. No. Tipped in by Galloway. And he's fouled.
Great effort by Trey Galloway. Showing you that.
Staying with it. He's been through tough times here. Some seasons that had to be frustrating. He stayed the course.
Jordan Geronimo. Look out below, right off the bench and right into the scoring column. This is where they've been successful in the second half. Northwestern able to get gathered. And now that trap finds Galloway for the 2-hand flush. Jackson Davis.
I mean, it's an excellent double team. You got him on his heels, and he just turns and finds a way with his big hands. He can palm it, baseball style, across the floor. And Galloway with a nice cut on the baseline, throwing it down.
Good Shafino. Got to trap him.
Got to foul out.
Oh, wow. Jackson Davis shuts the door. Galloway, and that quiets the crowd.
Quick pass off that short roll by Trace Jackson Davis.
And a steal by Thompson. Extra pass, and Thompson dunks it home.
A beautiful play by Trey Galloway.
Jackson Davis announcing recently that he is definitely leaving IU after this season. And Trey Galloway, 25 points on 10 of 16 shooting. How great is it for this young man to have Mike Woodson as his head coach? Awesome. Here's a steal. Galloway again off balance and good.
That tells you how busy they've been getting in the Big Ten.
4-point lead for Indiana. Inside, Thompson, nicely done.
And we've seen Edey short arm a couple of those shots that he has inside.
Galloway, nice box pass. The first layup, Jackson Davis from guess who?
And he's able to score then right back at you. You see that action?
Reverse layup, no, and Galloway just snatches it down. Outlet pass, Jackson Davis, 2-hand jam.
That's all day. When you take a bad shot, you leave yourself open for transition. Easy.
Indiana had lost 7 straight here at Mackey. Galloway, exclamation point.
Indiana started 1 for 6. Since then, they've gone 3 for 3 from the field. There's an easy one. Make it 4 for 4.
And has the ability to go 1, 2, or 3 dribbles to plant and shoot the basketball.
He was unstoppable against Purdue last week, and he had 35. Turnover. Galloway leaves it. Push your feet over.
The last 2 games of the season, but ready to shoot right there.
A red-hot start for the Cream and Crimson. Taken away. Jackson Davis to come. It's good.
Long range, Lundy circles out. He is right there, though. He is dangerous. He's 41%. Nice run. Oh, my goodness. How about the assist to Galloway? Delivering the hammer. They look like they're ready to go.
Yeah, he had 2 game winners, Northwestern and Maryland. Here's the inbounds pass from Funk.
Oh,
off the foot of Indiana. Galloway puts it up and in. Down the 1.
He tried to throw it.
Tried to find Winters there, I think. And
opened the lane line there for the drive for Franco Miller. Galloway. That's a three from downtown. Trying to get it into Renew. Saves it. To Ware with 5. And a great cut by Galloway up and under. I think that with certainly the lineup that Indiana has in, whether it's Renew or it's Khalil Ware, you throw that thing inside, the help comes. Chase Johnson just falls asleep a little bit.
Has embraced the crazy man moniker, both defensively and making the hustle plays. And making plays like that.
Making a big-time play.
He has made Indiana volleyball very relevant in the Big Ten. The floater goes down.
Defense jumped up, went into Caleb Banks, kind of hung there and finished over the top for a guy that's known as a shooter.
Galloway +1.
Finally some rhythm and some flow in this game. It was so choppy in the first half. Both sides starting to score. Trey Galloway, crossover dribble.
Kick out. Scovins trying to go back to Curry, and it's picked off by Malik Renew. Up to Ware. Hammer time.
Fast break bucket. Indiana, which is 4 fast break points. And you think about one of the strengths of their team is how athletic they are. Off that turnover, finally a run out. Galloway, what a luxury to know I can put this anywhere in the vicinity of the back.
One of the things Mike Woodson said after the Army game was he has to play harder.
Yes. And lob inside, and there's Khalil Ware to finish it off.
Trey Galloway always keeping his head up, probing the defense. Does just enough to draw A.J. Braun away from.
Galloway, oh, nice find. Renew all alone.
Take a look right here. That's Xavier Johnson. Screen on the big. And so a lot of times guards won't switch that, resulting in the big bucket list for anybody that calls himself a college basketball enthusiast.
Well, and this entire team is Midwestern kids. Is Galloway able to fight through all kinds of traffic and get to the rim?
Quickly, 5 points here in the second half. 5 for the game, and the lead grows to 14, matching the largest of the game. Galloway over Klingon. That's a tough shot.
That they still have a chance to come back and win this game.
It feels that way. Again, they cut the 14-point lead down to 7. Big couple of minutes here.
Why would anybody think about quitting? They're down 9 with 15 minutes left to go in the game.
Good touch fade away from Galloway. Clark, he's got the left. A little late dish, and it goes all the way across court. And we have ourselves a breakout. C.J. Galloway's going in.
I mean, turnovers lead to points, and that's been the story of the season thus far for Louisville. And Indiana is taking advantage.
There's a block. Good time denial. Banks, that leads to a Galloway layup. That's defense into offense. Experienced senior in Galloway with a nice pass. And up and in, Malik Renew with a powerful move. And the senior Trey Galloway to Renew inside, and Indiana with all 10 points in the paint.
Look at this nice little pass on the interior. Set a cross screen to bring Renew. Now they're in man.
Shot clock down to 3. Galloway with a running hook. How about that from Trey Galloway?
And they've been able to get it into Juju Reese, and neither of those things have happened on the last 3 possessions.
Great pass for the corner. And the 3 knocked down by Mbako. Game coming up after us, but so far breaking down this one is pretty easy. Indiana has had a lot of different guys contribute there. Mbako with a 3.
Yeah, Trey Galloway with a nice little baseline cut. Anthony Walker with a beautiful little pocket pass there, and Mbako just lined up.
Nice touch and the foul.
Oh, that's tough. Put Jalen well in the mixer. That time. Ball screen action. Galloway curls as hard as any wing in the conference. Gets Llewellyn on his hip. And he's got the size.
Three-pointer, pump fake. Galloway in. Inside, beautiful pass there by Trey Galloway, finding Anthony Walker for the deuce. Over to Gunn. Cross court. Now Galloway. Nice take. Galloway was fouled on the way to the rack. And one opportunity.
You know who set that play up? Khalil Ware. The presence of mind that Dougie Fresh was trying to guard him. He draws a double team. A great cross-court pass to Galloway, and there's a clean lane. Look at this.
Galloway with a kick, and Buckle can't stick it. He gets it back. Galloway lays it in. A little bit fortuitous, but he'll take it.
To a 5-point lead. Galloway, 3. Yes!
I don't think the IU players understand how important a game like this is. If they start looking at, oh, Purdue beat them easily, it's a little different team from the beginning of the year.
Yeah, that was a long time ago in basketball life. As
Latham with a huge night, 18, right?
18 points. Galloway inside with the finish. Galloway picked up by Minix on the switch. The entry to Renew underneath. He got pinned against the little guy and an easy 2. Renew. Here's Galloway for the lead.
Every time, where is the ball getting? It's getting to the lane, getting to the paint, inside, outside, easy, wide open 3 for Galloway.
Lions have had some good looks here, but one of now 5 from beyond the arc this half alone. And Brown got away with a reach. Throw it up! And Ware with one hand slammed it down. With 18 points and 4 rebounds. Trey Galloway throwing it up. Ware dunking it down. The Lions take a timeout. Here's Galloway, throws it up, and one more time! It's Khalil Ware. That 2-man game has been on point here tonight.
Ball screen to help. All 3 other guys are on the other side of the floor, and it opens it up. And Ware knows how to finish. Beautiful feed as well.
There it is. One more time. Throwing it up for Khalil Ware.
Indiana, look at this pin down. The pace that this is run with. Just throw it up there.
Galloway and Baco will fire.
Finish it. And Galloway is just spraying it around.
And just like that, 5 straight points for the Owls.
Coach Petway told us defense leads to their best form of offense.
Malik Renew.
Mackenzie Mbako right now, you can just see the confidence he's playing with.
Here's Trey Galloway off the inbounds.
Well, that's a strong finish. Or at least 3 eyeballs on him. He could have swung the basketball.
Caleb Banks triggers, and a nice pass back from Trey Galloway to Caleb Banks for the slam. And kick this off to Holt. That one's knocked away. Nice play by Trey Galloway. And now he'll lead the break the other direction. He'll lay it up and in. No! Cleaning it up on the boards.
People swarm to the basketball. That's why I'm saying if you can build
nice
inside
inbound off of that. Mackenzie Mbako. Trey Galloway elevates and drops it in. Renew going to hand off to Galloway. Nice pass back to Renew. Try to drive it on Leal. Nice job by Leal. Here's Burden, has it knocked away. Anthony Walker picks it up. Now Galloway quickly down the court to Leal.
You would think with 5 and scoring, double-figure scoring, you'd win.
Trey Galloway up off glass. He gets it to go. Trey Galloway's got 9. To lead Kennesaw State. Trey Galloway hops it into Malik Renew, lays it up in, and that'll be it. It's for Holt as he picks up his 5th. Walker stuck. Now he'll kick it back out to Trey Galloway. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Galloway for 3. Got it! Trey Galloway in the double figures.
Because he's feeling it right now. If he understands a shot fake and a dribble drive and now a 4-point opportunity off the bench for Leal.
Penetrating, almost stripped, loose, lost it, outlet, Renew, head of the field to the hole, lefty finger roll goes down.
You go back to the play. Listen, you can't try to force a situation against this Indiana team. Why? Because if they get a turnover, in particular that opens up driving lanes, and another turnover, live ball.
Galloway to the hole, 2-hand jam.
Trey Galloway.
Because if not, you give it up. This is what happens. Because you have no one for Ohio State in the backcourt, and Trey Galloway played it. Renew right back up on that block. Give him some space to work.
Renew with 15 points, 5 rebounds. This half gets it again and jams it down with 2. From your mouth to Indiana's ears.
Play. Look, it's not just a straight post up. We're 4 eyes of the defensive.
Galloway trying to get it in. A little zone look here from Rutgers. So a lot of this at shoot around. And C.J. Gunn makes them pay. Did that time and time again. A bit better as this first half dwindles through. Getting it inside, going inside out. The skip pass, and Gunn continues to feel it from the outside.
Rutgers knowing, or Indiana knowing that the Scarlet Knights have to have this one. But they matched it physically.
And Ware sneaks to the bucket for the deuce.
Just can't, again, they just struggle shooting the rock.
Galloway, lob it. Ware on the mismatch and the redirect. Mag on the pick and pop. Around, he turns it over. Johnson takes it away. Up ahead, behind the defense. Galloway all the way for 2.
Well, these two have hooked up like that for years.
Indiana has not won in this building since February of 2018. 65-43 the final of that one. Last year they scored 48. Galloway gets upstairs in a hurry against Indiana overall. If they can run through the tape. Renew, deep 3-ball falls.
Another turnover. Here comes Galloway on the push. And Baco back to Galloway. Top and upstairs.
This is an example of why Indiana's playing so well. Getting out on the break, getting your senior at the rim. He knew exactly where he wanted to go.
Galloway hesitation over the head kind of pass, and Ware gets it to drop. Body bucket and run for Khalil Ware. Count it.
Khalil Ware making up for that turnover coming out of the post. Ben Johnson's seen enough of...
Gabe Cupps again, as we mentioned, has started the first half and the second half with Johnson. Xavier Johnson coming off the bench tonight. Galloway hit for his first shot.
That's from Galloway, and then Galloway the recipient.
Fletcher Lawyer popping out. Edie's rolling to the rim. Indiana doesn't cover it well, and Fletcher Lawyer is wide open.
Galloway to the rim.
Oh, what a finish! This Trey Galloway finish. I mean, this is big time.
Smith, a bone-crushing screen on Johnson. Smith can't hit from 3. Johnson is still down on the floor. Leak out. Ware goes up, puts it and puts it in.
After hitting 12 of the last 15 from deep. Speaking of deep, Trey Galloway all day.
Give Indiana credit. There's some signs of life here. Finally go down. Indiana now 3 of 8. Throw the ball inside. Kick this thing out. Galloway steps in with some...
And Indiana's going to drop to 4-4 in league play. As Trey Galloway is on window dressing right now, but he gets a late triple.
Making that a tough shot for Mbako.
Good, he wanted that the whole way and missed it. Second chance won't be there. It's all Hoosiers. And Galloway.
He just makes so many hustle plays.
Galloway, winning player, you say?
Yes, he is. The ball is loose. He's making a play on it. Trey Galloway getting out in the open floor, going up and throwing down.
And they've struggled to keep teams from offensive rebounding this year, Brian, which is surprising with that height. Perkins trapped and pushed out. Galloway with a takeaway. Bounce ahead to Xavier Johnson for the finger roll.
Defensively, they bring the energy. The trap starts it. It leads to a turnover and a great finish by Xavier Johnson.
In the opening 5.5 minutes for a Penn State team that is in the bottom of the conference in three-point shooting. How about that play created by Trey Galloway, and a chance at a three-piece for Khalil Ware.
Talent at 7 foot, and he just makes a lot of things easier. Indiana runs their half-court offense so tightly.
3 to shoot. Galloway a deep 3. Got
it. Wanting him to keep rolling, and then late in the shot clock, Galloway's like, uh-oh, I got to let it go.
And if he's hitting threes, that changes the dynamic of this Indiana offense as Khalil Ware hangs in the air and lays it in. And an 8-0 Indiana run.
That ball screen action, his teammates with his size, his ability, and his skill set that allows him to be. He is really a sharp young man.
Oh, there is Here's Galloway. Taking it all the way.
Great hands by Trey Galloway, giving Baldwin a little bit of his own medicine. Not afford this on the road if you're Penn State. Just not being crisp and strong, handling basketball. You get a run-out dunk by Galloway. Last thing you want is this crowd. He can stand in the lane and stretch his arms out and touch the sidelines almost.
Oh, what a dump off and a play executed by the senior Trey Galloway. Xavier Johnson running the point. Baldwin lost it. Here comes Galloway. Right into the chest of his defender, Zach Hicks, and lays it in.
Kanye Clary may have some adjustments to make when he comes back, based on the success this team has had.
C.J. Gunn cutting, counted in the foul.
I think he's a guy that's really coming into his own as an offensive player here right now for Ohio State.
Hafey there on the defensive end, but this is better offense by Wade. Now Galloway is looking for Renew, and it's two-man basketball.
Coming off the handoff, look at Thornton. He just really never makes contact. He's jumping out.
Galloway with it. Galloway with the take. Now the kick to the corner for the three, and the three is pure. Anthony Leal from the corner.
Right there, the biggest of the night. They're going under on the Galloway ball screen. He draws a second defender with Roddy Gale, and you've got Anthony Leal. That thing had some real arc on it. Steph Curry style. He puts it up there, and that thing is nothing but net. That is pure.
Trey Galloway, wonderful night against Ohio State as he scored a 20-point game as well. Galloway inside, nice deal, and the first bucket goes down. Leal. Galloway has to stay aggressive, guarded by Lawyer. Gets to the hole, lobs it in. The two-hand jam by Ware.
Some highlight plays if you can move Zach Edey. Maintain your dribble, throw it up top. Khalil Ware.
That didn't offer him a scholarship, and he was Mr. Basketball in the state. Reverse layup, Galloway goes down. Archie Miller didn't want to offer him a scholarship. Colvin, block, Gunn, claims it, outlet pass, Galloway to the cup, double pump, and well done by IU on defense with a second remaining, 37-25.
It gives you a little momentum if you're Indiana, because you had two consecutive plays where you score high on the radar in regards to #1 picks or high picks, low picks in the draft.
Inside, nice look as Ware lays it in from Galloway.
And they're very similar when they can play different styles. If the three ball is not working, they can get 2 feet in the paint and beat you.
Nebraska, Northwestern on the road, the only 2 losses.
Martinelli into the paint and off the mark.
Really nice job by the move.
Sparks running right to the rim.
Gorgeous pass and the finish on the inside.
Third assist.
Nice.
And on the other end, a pretty nice assist. Galloway up top to Ware. Boy, Boo Buie 0 for 6 from the floor right now. Galloway, good shot fake, and a long, great pass to Ware.
Indeed, I love when the basketball is in the hands of Trey Galloway in the middle of the floor. A little shot fake.
Kick out here. Martinelli, short, or rather Langborg short, and up ahead, Mbako tracks it down and finishes. Gosh, Renew picking up those 2009 seconds, and now Indiana's leading scorer done for the day.
Nice.
There's a nice pass from Galloway, finding McKenzie Mbako. Indiana needs another bucket quickly. Galloway inside. Whoa! An athletic dunk from Khalil Ware. Galloway searching to get open. Now back into Ware. Another athletic finish.
Here's Galloway turning the corner, dropping it off to Renew, who goes around from right to left. Got past Mast. Ware double. Hard bounce. Now the double transfers into the corner, and a good find to Galloway.
That was a difficult shot.
Gunn for three.
The paint have been a big reason, but it hasn't been the only reason, Kevin. Indiana has climbed back in here. The three-point shooting, the marksmanship of Gunn. You only have to go another 15, 16 seconds here. We need you out there.
Finds Galloway, curls into the lane. What a lay-in! And it's a three-point game.
Injured early on here, but a nice job of coming with his strong hand downhill, points in the paint.
They couldn't work it to him. Galloway off the dribble, high off the glass, and Trey Galloway's got 10.
It's a possession. This is difficult. Look, his momentum's taking him all one way. Able to hit.
Well, you don't see Crowell go to that running hook often. That's the shot blocking ability of Khalil Ware affecting the shot.
Ware comes down and puts it in.
But Indiana understands how hot he can get. Had 26 in the first meeting.
Galloway attacks, leaves, Ware in a crowd, got it, and one.
Lets him get by him. And now you drop it off. Crowell comes over, and there's another Khalil Ware finish at the rim.
Galloway will run the show, leading the team 4.3 assists per game. One perfect pass. Leal hits the three. So Wall will check back in.
John Blackwell, he has got to make Galloway use that screen. He gets to the middle of the floor, and now Remington has certainly hurt the program.
7 to shoot now for Galloway. Lob it up. Ware slams it down.
That single side is opened up. If you're not going to tag him, he's going to be hanging on rims. Indiana's guards throwing it up, and Khalil Ware throwing it down.
Galloway, lob it towards the rim. Ware, oh! How did he do it?
Well, this two-man action from Galloway to Ware has been good all night long.
Gathered the ball, and Galloway goes the other way. Top 10 assist in the Big Ten off the glass, high on the fly. Wow, that was some shotgun from our angle. He was recruited by Power 5 college football programs. Now he's playing college basketball in Maryland inside the cut. Renew got it. Counted for 2 in there. Galloway now at the controls of the offense, and Johnson down low. Where is screen? Here it goes for Ware, and he slams it down. Great pass, great finish. With plays like this, Ware with the jam, Galloway with the assist. The Hoosiers on a roll.
I'll be forced to miss there. Pretty good move, though, by Elijah Hawkins. Drew some oohs and ahs in the crowd.
And now it's renewed down low on Payne off the glass.
I really like Indiana's talent.
In the second half of last year, Mbako did a lot of what we just saw. Finding his outside shot. Now he's in transition and hanging on a rail. To answer that question that we just posed, with 9 points already for Indiana.
The turnover is certainly starting to rack up here for SIUE. That's a big-time pass. Trey Galloway, about a 40-foot bounce pass. And Mackenzie Mbako knows exactly what to do with that. Makes a play over the smaller defender.
He played for former Illinois head coach John Gross at Akron in his redshirt year last year. Through the back door, and Mbako up to the rim again.
This time a little taste of SIUE's own medicine. We've seen them have Indiana defenders turn their head, get caught ball watching. Trey Galloway picks up his dribble, and Mackenzie Mbako just slipping right in there to make himself available.
We've seen all the timeouts in the Big Ten. Robbie's Big Ten flag-waving power rankings coming soon as Ballo jams one. But first, it was Indiana inside the paint with Ballo.
That's that playmaking you talked about with Galloway from last year.
Getting late, though. 2.5 minutes to go. Hoosiers looking to close it. Galloway lob. Ballo! Hammer time!
Here it is again, off the handoff, and boy, you've got to somehow impede Umar Ballo going to the rim.
Ballo in his first Indiana game with 11, working out on the perimeter. Galloway leaves it for him again, and reaches back to tip it in. Galloway with 8 to go. Shot clock at 5. Another tough catch.
Stapleton will try a long 3. That wouldn't go. And Baco and Renew fighting for the rebound. The junior grabs it over the sophomore. Galloway calling for it. Has plenty of room. There's his signature floater. He gets it off the glass and in.
Stop Eastern Illinois from charging in, getting those easy layups. For veteran team, it can be easy to get intimidated, but at the same time, you have to learn quickly, and he has from the sounds of it.
Indiana has a 5-on-4, and Ballo with the alley-oop throws it down. Galloway gets the assist.
And again, it's Galloway, the provider. He knows how to throw it up, and Ballo, over his career.
Last year, off the bench, averaged just 6 points, but shot the 3-ball at 39%. As he gets the steal here, ahead to Galloway, clever pass to Tucker!
Jam one home. Just look at that, just a little tap almost on the side, no look from Galloway, and then Tucker getting up there.
Leading 72-48. Remember, this Eastern Illinois team lost 112-67 to Illinois. There's another dunk from Tucker. Another feed from Galloway. How about that for an alley-oop? And Tucker shows that he's got some hops.
He's pretty known as a shooter, but he certainly can be a good rebounder as well with his size.
Galloway, bring it up. Spent 7 seasons as an assistant in Madison, learning that system. Galloway, Renew, another assist for Galloway.
Yeah, Galloway, though, is just seeing the floor so well. Eye-popping. He's just, he's feeling the game so well. 2 on the ball. Pringle a little bit slow getting back.
Galloway directing traffic.
Oh, what a cut by Mbako.
An assist that gives him a chance for an and one.
You got pick and roll at the top of the floor, and McKenzie and Mbako.
Tonight, where they are bigger at every single position. Galloway leaving it for Renew, and he scores it off the window.
I really like that play. You rip Trey Galloway.
Conducting, controlling, waiting. He's got the mismatch. Oh, that went off the foot of Ballo. Galloway with Goody. In the trail, Carlisle got it. Here he comes with the screen. And then the feed from Galloway to leave it up for him. They're using him as a screener. Galloway going to take it to the hole, and a chance for a three-point play. Trey Galloway comes off that onto his right hand, and he's got out.
And so the bigs for Miami have to counter, and they saw a little bit with Potter. Make Ballo move.
Well, Ballo back in the game, and he rolls it home.
Ballo shoots north of 60%, and here, that's just a straight dive to the rim.
Takes a seat after the 5th turnover of the night for Miami. Galloway gives up. Ballo wanted to slam it and came back down.
On this end, Patterson, step back 3, back heel and out. And the rebound, Carlisle. Hoosiers want to run. Beautiful feed to Tucker.
Tremendous lift off the bench, and that's why I love this smaller lineup in there. When they rebound the basketball, they are out to the basket. What a beautiful touch pass there by Trey Galloway, and an extraordinary finish by Bryson Tucker. Bronco's got a little one inside if they can see it.
Ballo.
Tell you what, that middle ball screen or that slot ball screen action that Indiana's been running, Minnesota's had no answer for. Yeah, here's that little slot ball screen, and then.
But he cannot connect at the line. Indiana up by 2 here as we approach 6 minutes.
Nice.
Up top, and there is Umar Ballo.
Folks, oftentimes guards wants to just dribble the air out of the basketball and come off of it, but you can actually get open if you give it to the big and able to run.
Whelan rebounds. Turnover, Galloway with the steal. Mbako 3. Good for Indiana.
Comes up and gets a key bucket. And then uncharacteristic of Chattanooga turning the ball over in the open court, resulting in open.
Harrison, part of a veteran backcourt.
Started his career at Lamar as Mbako hangs on a rim.
And a nice job by Galloway of kind of looking off the defender.
Doucette stop and start. Got right past Galloway. And resistance from Renew, who starts the break.
Yeah, and Doucette landed kind of awkwardly.
And it leads to Rice.
Don't let them get into your body. And if you get pinned down low, don't bail them out by creating an unnecessary foul.
Sticky hands for Mbako. It's a 3-on-1. Indiana gives it back. Mbako flies in.
But then this is the one that led to a transition. Excellent job.
17 threes in a row. And Johnson underneath the rim. Got too deep. So Indiana pushes. Oh, feathery pass from Galloway. That was a Curtis Rourke level 2 ball.
Indiana's been able to get some points here. And watch this pass. You lead the recipient, Tucker, right to the rim. If he doesn't put that kind of loft on it, chances are that might be a deflection with their team.
Well, one of the favorites in the Big South. Picked second in the Big South preseason. Behind High Point.
The second chance points continue to be a problem for this Rutgers defense. And now steal. Rice picks up the loose ball. Numbers the other way. He'll take it himself. Second chance points again.
They've now had 20 more shots attempted in this ball game. Miles Rice getting downhill. Rutgers not getting back. Another offensive rebound for the Indiana Hoosiers.
Rice. Leave it. Galloway's three is there.
But Ballo sets that screen and totally frees up Trey Galloway. Ball, 5-out offense, and Goodman finding the cutting eighth ball.
But then on the other end, the freshman gets exposed, and Ballo throws it down.
That's what Ballo is looking to do.
Good cut by Ballo. And how about that finish?
Tony Niederhauser wants to overplay right there. Ballo just takes it to the rim. Ballo just slipping right out here. Doesn't matter that Javin Carter is coming over to help. Ballo going up, hanging on rims.
And they are planning to fly into the Indianapolis airport instead of Bloomington since there are better capabilities there. Three in the corner. Mackenzie Mbako, a big second half for Indiana.
A terrific job against this Penn State pressure for the most part. They've been breaking this to score. Great look up the floor by Trey Galloway.
Between Ballo and Cohen, it's already gotten physical. Cohen picked up a foul away from the ball, and now Indiana on the run to Miles Rice.
Right now, you can't say Dez just high pick and roll and he'll make the right read. That's really where that work in progress is. What a pass!
And the finish at the rim, put it in the perfect spot. Ballo knew just what to do.
Here comes the same play. You got the Galloway DHO. Abo just not getting in. He's out there hugging his man. You're the low man on the weak side. You got to find a tag. There's no physicality there whatsoever. And if you let Umar Ballo roll down.
Yeah, Eric Musselman's not going to be unhappy with that. Now lob ahead. He may be unhappy with this. The scramble defensively. 4-3. Goody with the bucket and the foul. Here's Galloway. The lob and the finish. Umar Ballo. Another hammer.
Tucker, Ballo, and Goody, the five for Mike Woodson. Can somebody get going? Galloway lob it up. Ballo slam it home.
They found something here with the Umar Ballo pick and roll.
Indiana with the basketball. They've been successful with Ballo, but he's not on the court right now. Galloway, nice look, reverse layup. Goody.
When you have a shooter like that, you got to find him. This one's showing up, and that's what Coach Zebra is trying to stress to his team. Value the ball, but also great shot selection. That's great.
This offense needs to be going from the inside out. And
Bruce is such an unselfish player, an unselfish person. It's hard for him to have that kind of mindset to just go get it all the time.
Galloway drops it off for Ballo for the easy layup and the foul.
Here he's able to catch, gather, and finish.
5 to shoot, Ballo. Back door, Galloway, fadeaway jump shot goes down. Great day here at Ohio State. Galloway down the lane, poster, and toaster.
I tell you, he wants to get to that right hand, but he did a really good job of using his backside to.
Mobley, 15-foot lead in. Leo, outlet pass, Galloway, nice diagonal pass, Carlisle left. Here comes Ballo to screen. Rice backs it up, cross court, Galloway, bam! 7-point lead. Can Indiana hold on? Nice look, Galloway inside to a wide open.
Doing his job right now, but not to be outdone. Carlisle in the backcourt, able to keep.
It went out, if you weren't with us about 5 minutes ago, got hit inadvertently with an elbow in the mouth. Turnover as Bono falls down. KJ Wyndham. Oh, what a block. Erased by Trey Galloway.
Might not be for you because the rim protection's going to be there. Here's Galloway, just a heck of a chase down block, and even with that right wrist taped there, he still goes up and gets it.
Now Indiana, chance to tie or take the lead again. Galloway cross court, there's Goody. Goody is heating up in Chicago.
Take a look at Luke Goody, Nick Martinelli guarding him. He's got to take away the roll there, and if you're taking away the roll.
This is turning into a good one. Intensity, ratcheting up, great lob. Apollo couldn't do it through the air, but he puts it in.
But they're two of their three highest scorers are the big guys. They're not really involved right now.
Gillespie turns it over. Galloway takes it away. Up ahead to Rice. And Rice finishes.
And here, Indiana standing around a little bit. You got it. This is like a matchup, man, switching man to man. Good job there.
And Ballo the finish. And we have a stoppage in front of the Maryland.
He makes a heck of a shot.
16 points, 9 assists for Jacoby Gillespie. And the answer on the other end for the big guy, Ballo. Good defense by Indiana. 5 on the shot clock. Miguel to the ground, turns it over, numbers the other way, Rice to Leo, and the foul! Galloway got it. He's been making that shot for a long, long time. It's 20 already for Braden Smith tonight, and Indiana in one of those moments, they need some points. Galloway got it for him.
Really well done by Trey Galloway.
Follow the screen. Marching down the lane.
How about the left finish there? He snakes that back to the right hand.
Are preaching toughness.
And they're talking about both Anthony Leal and Trey Galloway. You know, those two guys are looking to get downhill, get into the painted area. Galloway, 7 of Indiana's 12 points here in the second half. That haircut, I didn't even put stress on Trey Kaufman, number 4.
They'll spin it into the corner instead for the lead. It's good again for Ibaka. What a night.
And that's exactly what they went back to. There by the big fella. There's the pass from Galloway. Get him going to a strong right hand. You make Purdue commit to taking away the roll, and you get McKenzie.
First free throw miss of the second half for Purdue right there.
I'm going back to pick and roll with this guy.
Galloway starts it and scores.
Big time right there. Galloway in and out, hanging right there. Defenders coming over, and it doesn't matter.
He has been unstoppable.
Got to take advantage, though. Can't turn the basketball over. Galloway inside. Ballo. Pick and roll perfection.
Renew or Ballo has to touch the ball, and especially with Ballo out the game.
Another steal. Galloway up ahead. Slams it down. Timeout, Michigan State. Haven't seen a lot of transition.
This is a swing play right here.
Hoosiers have made 5 out of 6, make it 6 out of 7. And again, they're up by 9.
A lot more history around in other places.
Renew for 2.
Bilodeau is kind of cheating that. He's trying to get on top. Running great actions, and here you see it. Bilodeau jumps on top. There's the quick spin by Renew.
Gets some minutes out of Berg with Ballo on the floor. Galloway to Ballo.
Ballo's going to the rim, so Berg's got to know that this guy, they're going to throw it up to him. He gets up, and he's going to dunk it. Got it. He was pretty good, too. He's still playing. Galloway to Renew. 8 points for Malik Renew. What did Clark do? Tie Mike Wood's hands together? He only had 2 rebounds? I think Clark might have done something like that. I know Clark, and he's not one to do anything. That's their second 3 of the afternoon. And a turnover. Yeah, not a good pass by Braden Smith. Galloway up ahead. 5 quick points for the Hoosiers. Smith, a turnover. Leal tracks it down and sinks the Biz. Getting beat, and he gets his hand on that ball, and that's what forces that turnover, and they end up getting this layup to Leal here. Indiana had 3 field goals in the final 9 minutes of the first half. They already have. Miles Colvin, who had that big first half on the floor for Purdue, and Renew ties the game at 39. Look here, this is a really good feed to Renew, but Kaufman-Renn gets caught on the high side there, and he's wondering, you see him put it, and it's only a 10-point game. Galloway lobs and Ballo finishes. What a pass from Trey Galloway. You take a look here, and again, you know, First kind of doesn't know what to do. I think what you got to do in that situation is you got to get back to Ballo and make Trey Galloway make one of those floaters. Better chance of him missing that than that. And they've not been able to deliver in those key categories. Shot clock at 5. Galloway for a 3. Yes!
Hicks a bobble. Galloway with the takeaway. To the other end for the flush.
This is the kind of disruptive defense that we saw. Now that was a mistake there by Zach Hicks, and off to the races is Trey Galloway. Finish.
Much warmer.
Yes.
Warmer part of the year.
Nice.
Follow on the roll to the rim for 2.
And Kevin, that's what we talked about earlier.
And Rice tipped it to himself to keep it alive. Miles Rice in the open floor. Galloway again. Back-to-back triples for Trey.
Goes underneath it. Gallo steps in and drills that one. And then in transition, we've talked about Indiana and how lethal they can be when they're pushing the basketball up the floor.
He'll turn the corner. Dish to Rice for 3. Giant bucket for Miles Rice. And Baldwin lost his footing and lost the ball. Here's Rice again to the other end for 2 more.
Folks, Miles Rice only had 2 points in the first half. We said he had to get going here in the second half.
I think you might still have it.
It ain't as sweet as it used to be. You know, it's a lot slower, man.
Lob to Ballo, nobody there on the backside, and he two-hand hammers it.
Strong guys going at it, but you can see right here, he walks his defender up the lane, seals him. And at the ILO, the same high school as the Washington legend, Isaiah Thomas Curtis. And as you mentioned, fantastic player. Left his senior year to go to a prep school.
It's Renew again.
And Miles Rice is dancing.
Galloway to Goody for 3. Yes! Mason left the feet. Kept Nong, no.
Oh, wow.
Galloway on the leak out, and the senior flushes it.
Here's Trey Galloway trying to get it inside. Ballo, tough catch and finish.
You are going to see a steady diet of that high-low passes. Want to play from the inside out, and the best offensive teams in basketball play that. Because I like to see the top 5 players go till exhaustion.
Ballo!
Both made 7 threes. But again, Trey Galloway has been living in that mid-range, whether it's the floater or the pass. He's been making the right decision, and nobody wants to step in front of this moving train. Yep, Jackson Shellstad.
Ballo with 10 points and 12 rebounds in this game. Galloway, a 3, goes down.
But watch here, is TJ Bamba purposely going under and daring?
Excellent officiating crew, Earl Walton, Tim Comer, and John Floyd as we're off and running. Good ball movement inside. They find the big fella. It's Ballo. This is going to be good. A lot of contact.
Upstairs.
Coming with some serious smoke. Seeing her son play in the United States, and he is playing with some fire in his belly.
Pretty good one to see first time. So the Indiana defense, he gave that up with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Nice look.
Renew, just incredible finish. The concentration.
They've been quiet the second half.
Here we go. Up top, and Ballo knows what to do with it. And John Mobley Jr. back in. Galloway touch pass underneath. Boy, a thing of beauty as he gets it to Leal.
Yeah, Hudson's out on the court.
Galloway holding. Wow. He's going to pull. Oh.
Here, if you look at the shot clock very quickly on that shot, it was down to under 3 as the ball came down. You see the number there on the back, 2.2 when it went through the net.
Baseline jumper there. Beautiful backdoor cut.
Leal, he scores.
Went back and forth against between two players. They've got to get better ball movement than that.
Good catch from Ballo.
Not being aware. Look at that pass. It couldn't have been put any more.
For Indiana, that is off the charts.
And it's them knowing their personnel, not their opponents, but themselves.
Galloway. I mean, just give him the ball.
Ooh. Damn, Tracy.
Baba hunting, but it doesn't go down. There's Galloway. And Renew. What a tough finish.